And here we are with the Homestead Domey 3 by the North Face. The Homestead Collection is hoping to grab the attention of the younger folk with colors like darkest spruce Yosemite sofa, say that 5 times fast, vintage white sparse mow, and Tibetan orange heat map. I just love saying that. And when you open the bag, guess what? You're gonna find a tent, that's right. And then the Tibetan orange heat map. Look at that color, it's so hot. Nothing says camping in a field like a heat map. Also in the bag, you're gonna find some stakes, set of poles, and this amazing bottle opener, which might be the coolest thing that comes in the bag, not gonna lie. Here's the bag that all those things come in, along with a pocket for your iPad or tablet, or your iPhone or Droid, and one last look at all the goodies that come with the tent. Now it's time to set up the tent, and the directions, they're like just pictures, so it's kind of like doing an IKEA project, if you know what that's like, not frustrating at all. And here I am putting a pole together. I'm really good at that, as you can see. Here is the tent itself with that Tibetan heat map print on there. So hot, so fiery. So right out the gate, I got lost on how to set this tent up. You would think with 3 poles, I would have figured it out with my knowledge of tenting, but even the directions were not helping me because it's just pictures. And after trying the poles in all different types of combinations, I finally figured out that yes, the tabs are color-coded for the poles. You put the pole in the hole. You put the... I'm sorry, that's a little intense. Well, now that I knew which holes the poles went in, it was time to put it together the right way. Soon enough, though, I was thwarted again, and for some reason, I couldn't get any of the poles in the holes. And I tried for like 15 minutes, and I could only imagine if you were out doing this in the field at a festival or such, this would be a total pain in the ass. I was definitely quite frustrated that I couldn't get them in the holes. When I seriously thought all was lost, I got it. So here's a close-up of those directions. The tabs are color-coded, but the directions are black and white, so figure that one out. Now it was pretty much all downhill from here. And there it is, the Homestead Domey 3 by the North Face. Voila. So since I had so much trouble setting up this tent, I thought it was only fair that I had a second opinion on it. So I had a friend of mine set it up the next day, and I wanted to see if it was easy for him or faster for him to set it up. And I explained the directions a little bit. I didn't want to ruin it for him and all the great surprises in those directions. And I gotta say, he got to it pretty fast, and he definitely got poles in the holes a lot better than I did. But I did have to stop him because he wasn't putting the right colored poles, the right colored tabs. And so he had to take it down and start again. So once the combination between the poles and the tabs was figured out, he could definitely bend poles in the holes a lot better than I could. But I would say that if you were doing this yourself out in the field, and it's definitely a little bit of a struggle. I mean, I'm not defending myself, I'm just saying it might be hard for some people, besides him, of course. Anyway, here are some of the features that come with the tent. This mesh skylight, which is pretty cool. Just wish it was a little bit bigger so you could see more stars at night. And then when you open up the tent itself, you can see there's 3 doors. But the doors, they roll out onto the ground. And in my opinion, that's just no bueno. I mean, I don't want to get muddy and all that. Also, there's no vestibule in this tent. So if you want to keep your stuff dry, it has to go inside the tent with you. And inside the tent, you're going to find a lot of pockets for your devices because, you know, the North Face knows you young people need a lot of pockets for a lot of your devices. And now it's time to test out how waterproof this tent claims to be. Side note, when you're ready to actually lock down the fly, just put the little boondoggle to the hole and cinch it down. Yep, boondoggle. That's definitely the official term. So I decided to bring my friend back and have him test out how waterproof this was by me spraying a hose all over the tent because clearly it was no rain, and see if he stayed dry. And guess what? He did! There's definitely some things I would change about this Homestead Series tent. I think having colored directions is important, and they should have that. I would also try to find a way to make that skylight just a bit bigger if possible. And the color. I mean, I get the first 2 colors of this tent, but Tibetan orange heat map, I just don't understand. It looks like a ball of fire. I just don't want to look like how I might feel in a hot tent. You know what I mean? And maybe after a long day of partying, you might come back and look at this tent and think it's on fire. Is that just me? Beyond that, the Domey 3 seems to be pretty waterproof, and at a festival or event where it's really rainy, that's a lifesaver. At the end of the day, regardless of where you're using this thing, you can always pull out that North Face bottle opener, crack a beer, sit back, and enjoy the show. Good beer. Nice day. Thank you again for watching. I'm the Glamp Guru. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Also, if you have any questions and or comments about this tent or anything else, please hit me up here. Or if you like, you can follow me on Instagram at @theglampguru. Take care.